Okay, if you follow my listings, you'll know I do videos in a lot of my postings, especially my not only higher dollar items, but items that photos can otherwise show, not show everything. So take these so you can it's kind of like you being here in person picking through what I have. So hope you enjoy them, and I'll go over everything, every little nick, anything I see on them, I'll point out to you. And these are actually in really, really good shape. There's a couple marks on them, but no accidents. Nothing like that. They're like a deep blue, I'd say, color-wise. I'll take a look at the door jamb and see if the color code's still on it. But regardless, they're a darker blue. They're for a 9706 Jeep Wrangler TJ. They do come with the hinges, as you can see there, with the pins. The pins are in good shape. They're not rusted. The doors aren't rusted at all. Does have glass in it. Good glass, both pieces. I'll flip them over here in a second. We'll roll them up and down so you can see that works good. I do not have the keys for them. I don't think I've ever... Yeah, we parted this Jeep a while ago, and I was actually going to keep these for a vehicle I had, and then I just decided to go ahead and get rid of them. So there's no other marks on them really. I'm going to get up close and personal with them so you can see. I just briefly took a little bit of cleaner to them. It's not a wax or anything, so it kind of smeared the doors, but they're in good shape. They have the same marks here, and then you'll see on this one it's here. And this was actually how they were stored. So you got to kind of be careful when you store doors. If they rub on something, or if you put them in the back and they rub, that's what will happen. So they both, it's up here. You can probably buff out, and then getting down to this area, and it's basically to the metal. So other than that, that's pretty much it on both of them as far as exterior goes. Not really even door dings or anything like that. They're both very straight. And then if you look up into the plastic seal here, this is in good shape. This trim piece is good. They're not cracked here like a lot of them do. And following it around, all in good shape up through here. And then same with the handle. The handles do operate and whatnot. And then coming over here, got that same mark we just talked about. A couple little marks here and here. One up here. A lot of these might come off though. Like I said, I didn't clean them real good. Little of the clear coat you can see coming up a little bit right there. And then in this area here. And then the rubber again is in good shape. And then the trim piece, again, not cracked here. And then good shape up and around. And then here. This side is real smooth. This side's a little rougher. I don't know if it's got a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little note of that. Just a little rougher there. And I would suggest, if you're gonna paint these anyways, just to grind this down, make it real smooth, and get out that, because there's obviously got some moisture or something in that side of it. But everything else is in good shape. The seams, the window seams and everything, the felt's good. And then if you look down, it's all nice and straight, which is what you want to see. They're not bent in at all. A lot of times when people store them, they cave in the doors. They'll still work, but they get awful hard to roll up and down. So, okay. I'll put the phone down just for a sec. These are pretty heavy, so I'll flip them around, and then we'll wrap this video up, okay? And you see here, all the studs are in good shape. That's a good indicator that these doors were never in a rusty area, because those tend to break or rust up pretty easy. And when you go to pull the nuts, they like to break the heads off. So, like I said, these are fairly heavy doors. They are OEM stock factory Chrysler doors, so that's what to be expected on them, which is good and bad. When you go to move them around, they're heavy, but that's nice to have a nice quality door hanging off your seat there too. So, all right, I'll come at a little bit of an angle. I'm going to remove the door strap because those are not included. They are available if you decide you want them or something. You can contact me and I'll sell you the door straps. A lot of this stuff. Well, that didn't work so good. There we go. Should have had this done for you, but all right, there we go. Okay, so coming back to these guys. All the plastic's in good shape. You can see the part numbers on that guy. And I think that just about does it. I'm going to obviously get up close and a little bit more personal on the insides of them. And I'm going to roll them up and down so you can see that works. But just overall, good shape, really, really nice, clean doors. And I think that's about it. I think that does it. So anyway, let's get up close on these guys. And you know, I don't want to remove this plastic, but I can tell you just from looking back here, this is nice, clean. They're not rusty or anything like that. Handle obviously mounts to this guy. Door handle on this one works good. It's here intact. Actually looks fairly new. And then coming up here, a little bit of a little crack right here. If you want me to, I could tack weld that. It's not a problem. I don't think this is a real weak spot on doors, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But it is there. Something to think about. And then I noticed another little crack right here. It's hard to see. But again, it's not impairing the door at all. Just these doors are so heavy they tend to flex, and Jeep didn't make them to flex. So unfortunately, kind of like sidewalks, they tend to crack in places. So it's just a good idea to kind of look at them every once in a while and make sure if they're starting to crack, you just repair them. Because if they're repaired, they're okay. But if you don't repair them, you see there's another one there. The other side was okay, but if you repair them, they're okay. But what happens is people don't repair them, and they tend to, over time, get rusty. We live in a dry climate here, so we don't have the rust issues here. But if you're going out east with these, definitely consider that. So, again, interior panels in good shape here. What you see is what you get on these. That does not include the panels, the actual plastic panels. Those might be available. They were at the time I listed this, but those things sell quickly. Sometimes I sell them together, but in this case it did not. So what you see is exactly what you get. You're also needing the handle here. This is a $12 handle. It'll match that one, and it will allow you to function. There's your locks. You can see the rods work, and then this is your actual handle. So if you were to install these and not have that piece, you could still reach in. Obviously, that's kind of hokey. You don't want to do that forever, but it is it does work that way. Okay. All right, let me wrap this up. I'm going to roll up the windows so you can see that works, and then we'll be done. So putting the handle here. The handle does not come with it. Again, it's available on the side, whatnot. So there you go. You can see the window. Nice clean glass window. Comes up, seals all the way around the edges, just like it should. Very important that windows, when you're buying doors, whether you buy these or someone else's, that they demonstrate this or tell you that they work, because a lot of times doors get caved in, and those windows are a pain in the butt to roll up and down. You do not want that. Eventually the glass will bind and crack, and I've seen it many, many times. So taking the handle here. Oh, I hope I didn't click that in place. I did. Okay, just got a little click thing on it, so I'll just pull these off real quick. There we go. Super easy to put a handle on, but if you push too far, they'll click in place. Anyway, all right, so again, here's the next door here, and there we go. So again, nice and smooth all the way up. Get the seams good. Okay, and I always leave them down for shipping, obviously for obvious purposes. Other than that, I think you're set. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, just give me a call, email, text. 720-987-8772. I do ship these. I ship them a lot, so I'm fairly comfortable with doing that. It's not a problem. And yeah, I appreciate you watching the video, and hope you enjoyed it.